I've done a project, and the project is about retrieving content from an URL, and then you could query or ask questions regarding that. It will answer you. So you could call it as a mini ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever large language models. So this actually what it does is it gives you answers regarding the content you have loaded. So only the topics on it, on the content you have loaded. So now for example, I've loaded cricket Wikipedia over here. So we'll ask questions regarding that. This is how the format is. I've built it like this. So in JSON format, question, and then the question over here in string, I'm just passing it out. What is cricket? So I'm just sending it. It will answer you based on the content which I've loaded. So it will provide you an answer, a short and sweet answer what the content has. So I'll ask what is the of the pitch. If this is in the content which I've loaded, the measurements may be the measurement of the pitch. You could see it over here. So you could ask something other than that. I'll who is Sachin? I'll just ask a question regarding a person. So if the content holds some details about Sachin, it will be giving you. So apart from this, I'll ask something else which is irrelevant to the content which I've loaded. So I'll just go with what is tennis. So it gives you an exception. So I've created it that way, like I've given a prompt to it, an exception, like if someone asks irrelevant to the content, it throws an exception, like the document does not contain enough information to answer what tennis is. So asking something different. Who is the best batsman? Who is the best batsman? So an Australian player, Don Bradman. Regarding the content, the web content which I've loaded in Wikipedia, it will answer you. Not exactly on the truth and what is happening. If you load some fake information to it, it will answer regarding that. So it will only fetch out the details. You can teach it. So it will act as a mini brain. Like you can teach it whatever you want, and you ask questions, it will answer you based on what you have taught it. So coming on to the technical aspects, like I'll explain you in the PPT. So this is about a random website content retrieval and then query. So query is what we have questioned it. So whatever it is, whatever website content it is, you can load it out and then ask questions regarding this. So for example, if you're studying or preparing for exams and you need some answers regarding the questions which important questions, for example, you could load contents regarding that massive amount of data you have and you couldn't find answer on that. You could load it on this and then ask questions, and it will give you a short and sweet answer of what you're searching for. You could it makes your learning process easy. So coming on to the technical aspects, technical side of the project, it is about, I've used Docker for containerization, and then FastAPI for building a web application, and then web-based loader from LangChain, which loads out, fetches out all data and pairs it out to the converts it to document, and then comes on steps comes on for vector storage and all. So I'll explain you line by line. So like recursive character text splitter is something which is used for text splitting. It splits into chunks, smaller chunks, like sentence wise, we could say it, a word or a sentence wise. It will be splitting it out so that the computer understands it more, understands deeply, and regarding a content you are searching, it converts the question into embeddings, and then most relevant things which is related to the question you have asked, the words on it, it will throw you output regarding that. So recursive character text splitter is a type of text splitter available in LangChain package, and then Milvus for vector storage. So here computer has to understand your language, right? So for that you'll have to convert it into numerical forms like vectors. So for that we use Milvus, and then similarities. In this, the main thing is about similarity. So a word has to have a relation to another. It has some relations. If it is having some relations, it will be the vectors will point out those things, and the similarity search comes into play in this. We do indexing too. Indexing is like grouping out, classification, and then hierarchy. Indexing is about a hierarchy, and then classification of grouping it out. Like I've asked about pitch size, right? It gave you properly about the pitch size, specifically about the measurements and all these things. So in this, the question is also, if I'm giving the question and it converts it into embeddings like numerical forms, and then I have pitch. So for pitch, it will be having some numbers for some embeddings. So it will group out the embeddings and search it out in the Milvus, and then take out the relevant answers and sentence from that. So backend, this is how the backend works. And then Google's generative AI API, free API, it's available, so I've used it. So I have an authentication key, an API key, and I use it for web scraping. As I told you, a web-based loader for extracting data from a website. And then LangChain's recursive character text splitter for splitting text, splitting a sentence. It automatically splits out, and then you could use it in future for training your model and all. So embeddings, to convert this text into embeddings like numerical forms like vectors, we use all mini LM L6 V2 sentence transformer model, which is available in from Hugging Face from LangChain. And then Milvus and Doctor for vector and document storage. So I've used Milvus not locally. I've used Milvus with Docker. So Docker will containerize the Milvus data and embeddings, and it stores things. So for LangChain prompt template, prompt engineering and prompt template, I've used a package from LangChain which is called a prompt template. So it answers you based on, I've given exceptions on that, so it answers you based on that. So and then comes on the main thing, the LLM, which fetches out all the details, and you have given it to LLM, and then the LLM gives you the relevant one, the complete text format output, what it has to answer. So their LLM plays a very vital role in it. So I've given exception in all these things. As per these things, the LLM gives you output. So I've used Google's Gemini 1.5 Pro as an LLM, large language model, which gives you output based on what prompt I've given. And API, for API, it's FastAPI, UVCon, and then server deployment for UVCon, and then Docker for containerization, and then another one, the front end is being done by Postman. So it gives you in JSON format. The answer will be in the JSON format. So directly I couldn't run it. So I've used Postman for this. So this is it about the project. So one last try of asking irrelevant questions. It will answer you, give you an exception. What is football? this is an exemption. We'll ask something, who is Virat. So yeah, there is no content regarding this name, so it will give you an exception like this. So that's it about the project. Thank you.